Ever wondered how a single broken window can impact an entire community? This question led social scientists James Q. Wilson and George L. Kelling on a journey of discovery in the early 80s. They developed an intriguing concept known as the broken windows theory. This theory in essence observes how visible signs of disorder, like a broken window, can have significant societal implications. Wilson and Kelling believed that such signs of neglect could subtly encourage further crime and antisocial behavior. Their idea was simple yet profound. An environment that seems uncared for or ignored may breed an atmosphere of lawlessness. Imagine walking by a house with a single broken window. If that window remains unrepaired, it might silently communicate a message of indifference or neglect. This perceived lack of care could potentially inspire others to break more windows, fostering a cycle of disorder. So, the theory suggests that a single broken window, if left unrepaired, sends a message that no one cares and can lead to more windows being broken. Now, how did this theory hold up in the real world? Let's delve into the renowned Stanford prison experiment of 1969, which provided some intriguing indirect support for the broken windows theory. This experiment is infamous for its illustration of how swiftly individuals can conform to the social roles they're expected stereotyped. Let's try to connect this to the essence of the broken windows theory. Imagine this, an environment that's chaotic, riddled with signs of neglect and disorder. This setting can inadvertently set up the expectation of further disorder, even crime, just as it was in the Stanford experiment. And what happens next? Well, individuals start to adapt to these expectations, and their behavior morphs accordingly. It's akin to the prison guards in the Stanford experiment who began to act aggressively. Just as the prison guards in the experiment started acting aggressively, people in disorderly environments can start behaving badly, reinforcing the cycle of disorder and crime. So this theory seems convincing on paper and in controlled experiments, but what about in real life? Well, let's take a trip back to the 90s when New York City was under the administration of Mayor Rudy Giuliani. The city adopted the broken windows theory as a cornerstone of its crime-fighting strategy. The results? A dramatic drop in crime rates that was nothing short of remarkable. But success, as it often does, came with its own share of controversy. Critics argued that the aggressive implementation of this policy led to over-policing, with minor offenses often receiving undue attention. They contended that this approach strained relationships between law enforcement and the communities they served and in some instances infringed upon individual freedoms. Thus, the broken windows theory, while influential, is not without its critics. It raises important questions about how we manage our communities and the fine line between maintaining order and respecting individual freedoms.